survive this?
Well, number one, Whitby, I believe, is not going to play tomorrow. Whitby, if you want to rest your ankle another game, please do. Hell, if you want to rest him for 2 games, please do.
I would prefer him take the rest of the year off so when we see him the 3 times down the stretch, we don't see him once.
That's it. Just don't want to see you. What do you do now? 888-957-9570.
What's the starting lineup?
Yeah, well, how do you recalibrate this situation with the Golden State Warriors? The sky's now falling. No doubt about that. You still control your destiny. You got 20 games left. But we don't know the status of Stephen Curry. We just don't know. And to lose that game the way you do it last night, the defense. I mean, Kobe White was rolling. DeMar DeRozan turned back the clock. Here's Steve Kerr on what went wrong with the Warriors defense.
Energy. We just didn't feel like we were pressuring the ball, rotating quickly. It just felt like we never impacted them. They kind of got into their stuff. We had occasional good possessions, but never felt like we had a stretch in the game where we kind of locked them down for a few minutes where we could make a run. So, they scored 125, shot 53%, 16 threes. They deserve to win.
They deserve to win.
I'm with them on that. And they played a spirited fourth quarter, and I love the fight and the grit that they drew back from that. But they went long stretches of this game, and the intensity wasn't there. The ball hopping wasn't there.
Yep. And with this team, it's obvious now, no game is a gimme moving forward. So we can laugh at the Portland Trail Blazers. We can laugh at the San Antonio Spurs and the Memphis Grizzlies. The Warriors have proven to us this season, there ain't no guarantees. There ain't no locks. Hell, I watched them losing to Memphis Grizzlies on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. There are no locks with this team moving forward. This is the NBA. I can hear Fitch right now in my head. Bonte, this is the NBA. You can't take these games lightly. You got to come to play every single game. And you know what? The Bulls came to play. Kobe White is special. DeMar DeRozan's doing what he's doing, and Vucevic doing what he was doing last night, hitting the 3-ball. Vucevic killed him. Then I thought the defense of Javon Carter and Alex Caruso was very good.
Javon Carter was sneaky good last night. Is the spotlight going to go right back onto Andrew Wiggins?
It is. You need Andrew Wiggins more so than ever now.
I think that's really difficult, and that's why
it is difficult.
I would sit here, and if I was just like, I would love to hear what the staff is thinking, because these things aren't just like, oh, we're just going to wing it. What's the argument for starting Klay and CP3? To me, I think they have to play together. I don't think you split them up. I think you have to play them together. I could be wrong here. I think there is an argument if he's out for, let's say, 2 weeks, Steph Curry, you just say, screw it, and we're going to start CP3.
Right.
We're going to start Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Kuminga. Now I've got some young guys coming off the bench, so that's going to be a little different. Maybe you stagger the minutes.
Right.
Maybe Podzeimski's the first guy off the bench. Right. CP3 takes a quick breather so that he can be the facilitator with a Moses Moody and a TJD.
Right.
Maybe it is Saric.
Right.
Maybe he comes into the mix.
You're going to need Saric to start rolling it, pick up some of that production if Curry doesn't. If he's not able to go for a long period of time, I mean, boy.
Can Pods...
That's 27 points a game. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking like, can I get my 9 from Sarge, who's not in the rotation? Can I get a little more from Kuminga? Can I get a little more from Andrew Wiggins? Last night, Andrew Wiggins, let's put the spotlight on him because...
Oh, boy, that was quick.
No, because he left before whatever he had to do personally to handle that. And he told us that there's still things going on personally, and I respect that. He's trying to play through it. Obviously, something is bothering him. Something is happening in his family. Well, last night I look at the second half and I forgot he played. And so I have the second half game log here, Shasky. In 5 minutes and 35 seconds last night of action in the second half.
Did he even take a shot?
He did not take one shot. Not one shot. Andrew Wiggins, 0 points, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 foul. Did not take one shot in the second half.
Wow. That's like my stat line.
Seriously, now's the time. In the fourth quarter, he did not play a second. Think about that. DeMar DeRozan's rolling in the fourth quarter. Vucevic is rolling. Kobe White is doing his thing, getting to the free throw line. And Wiggins didn't play 1 second in the fourth quarter.
Let me make the argument. Moody's been better.
He has been better. No doubt. I'm not saying, I'm not advocating that Andrew Wiggins should have been playing in the second half.
When you're
out there, I can't have Andrew Wiggins play 5 minutes, 35 seconds and not attempt a shot.
So maybe he's the guy that gets bumped out of the starting rotation and you
For
go
Moody?
with, maybe you go with, so what if you went Moody, Kuminga, Dre, CP3, Klay? And you're staggering certain minutes. Now I get a veteran in there with that second unit, and maybe Podzeimski's the first guy off the bench to come in for CP3. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm coming up with combinations.
Yeah,
here.
no.
I'm trying to be open-minded.
No. We're all trying to come up with solutions here. But my overall theme here with this point with Andrew Wiggins is I've got to get him rolling. Whether it's starting or coming off the bench, I really don't care about that. But how do I get him to be that guy who is balling? Listen, before he stepped away, those previous 16 games, I saw a more aggressive Andrew Wiggins. I saw a guy averaging 15 and 5, shooting 46% from 3 and 53% from the floor. That's what I saw. I saw a guy, okay, cool, playing next to Kuminga, playing next to Draymond Green, lineup is rolling. Now I get him back for 2 games, and I expected this, but now with Curry's out with the right ankle injury, we don't know how serious it is. Now it's imperative that Andrew Wiggins gets rolling. Like, he's got to get in a rhythm. And so if that's off the bench or if it's starting, Shasky, I don't really care. But I need Andrew Wiggins to be productive. They need him.
Statistically, this might be his, and just raw data, might be his worst season ever.
Yeah. No, it is. No, there's raw data. Just use your eyeballs.
So, like, we all can have empathy and understand that there's a lot of stuff going on, and I get the human element. I get the human element of it. There's also the larger team aspect and the business aspect of it, where it's like they've invested a significant portion of money to you, and you being in and out, a yo-yo and of the lineup has affected a lot of the other chemistry issues. And there's many layers to this. It's not just him. Like it's a big part of this year's inconsistency is the Wiggins inconsistency. Mm-hmm. Like, they're very connected.
No doubt.
And I know there are landmines in terms of discussing Andrew Wiggins that people get triggered on.
We're just talking basketball.
But basketball, it's been a big reason why the Warriors are where they're at.
Yeah, exactly. It is what it is. The personal stuff.
There are many others.
Right. Now, last year, I'm not going to put it all on Wiggins with the 2 minutes.
I don't think anyone's putting all on anyone.
But him starting off slowly.
Yeah.
Because coming into the season, Shasky, he was my most important player on this team. What are you going to get from Wiggins?
Late in the game last night, Kuminga is guarding DeRozan and doing an admirable job. That you're paying Wiggins to do that.
That's Wiggins. Exactly.
You're paying Wiggins to guard that guy right there in that spot.
And he didn't play a second in the fourth quarter.
That's a problem.
That is a problem. By the way, YouTube and Twitch brought to you by First NorCal Credit Union. Upgrade your savings dividend. Open a First NorCal First Class Money Market today. And also shout out to the Comcast Business Text Line. Dylan in Dublin. Dylan, what's happening, man? You're on the roast.
Hey, I wanted to talk about what y'all are talking about how CP3 should start. And yes, he should definitely start in the starting lineup. I think that veteran move would help out the Warriors with Curry being out with that ankle injury. And yes, that's my opinion. Thank you for taking my call.
Good call. Yeah, I just think you're going to have to retinker this entire thing, because this is all about trying to maximize the team that you have available to you tonight, right? And if I'm looking at that and I'm saying to myself, all right, I have to replace 27 points and then all of the other, I say, hidden points that Steph Curry. Great example. Last night, did you see when they ran that out-of-bounds play late in the game and Jonathan Kuminga got the easy layup dunk off of the Steph curl?
Yep.
That was beautiful.
And it was a great pass by Draymond. The patience there to just hit it right in the pocket. That was a beautiful play.
Beautifully designed play.
Yep.
Does that show up as an assist for Steph Curry?
It should.
No, but it doesn't.
It doesn't, but it should.
But that's what I call the hidden points. Right? Where Kuminga scores the bucket, Dre gets the assist, but it's the Curry gravity that you always allude to that creates the entire play.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
Now you're missing the 27 points from Steph, and then how many of those plays?
Right. All the hockey assists, all of them. The gravity is Steph and Curry. That's why when you look at the schedule here, even the Spurs without Curry, it's going to be a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
Who's going to be able to create open shots for others? Like with San Antonio, just say, you know what, Kuminga, go ahead and get yours. But if you're getting yours, you're not getting everybody else involved. Curry's off-ball movement, man, is so special. And what it creates in that ATL right there, which was a great play by Steve Kerr.
It was a great play.
But again, everybody's chasing away. Everybody's chasing Steph on the floor. And so you lose that. It's just, how do you bounce back from it?
Yeah.
How do you overcome it if he's out for a long period of time with 20 games left? And it's just, I'm distraught right now, Shashi, because literally had one game for the first time since November 28th. That was all the talk that Wednesday night as the Warriors were playing the Bucks. Man, they're healthy. They finally got everybody, and they're playing their best basketball. And then you go out there, you see them roll the Bucks by 35 points. You're like, the Bulls? They have a back-to-back in Salt Lake City. 119, 117. They're tired. They have to travel. DeRozan played 39 minutes. Kobe played all these minutes. Oh, they're going to be gassed. And the complete opposite happened. And now you got issues here. So focusing on Andrew Wiggins, I think for me, number one, if Curry's out for a long period of time, you got to get Wiggins rolling. Or is it too late?
Well, here's what I was thinking.
Is it too late? Should we put so much? Should we?
I feel like that ship has sailed. I think
Yeah.
I think it's a lost season for him.
Got it.
But I'm willing to adjust my opinion if he shows up, right? But it just feels like to me, if we're being realistic, I think Moody is taking his spot.
Yeah.
So what I would do, and again, we're thinking on the fly here.
Right.
What if you did this? Start with CP3. I go Moody, Kuminga, Draymond Green, okay, and Podzeimski. Just hear me out.
So you're going small backcourt with CP3, Podzeimski.
Yes. All right, and then I go Moody, and I'm thinking out loud.
And then you come to Klay, Wiggins off the bench.
Right. And then CP3 is the first to come out, but then he's going to go back in late in that first quarter to play alongside Wiggins and Klay Thompson. And so, yes, he's a starter, but I'm staggering the minutes and manipulating it.
So maybe you go first 4 minutes CP3, pull him, come back in for the last 3 minutes of the first quarter.
And then you got now you got Klay and Wiggins and CP3 and then a TJD back out there. And maybe it's a Saric. And now I've got 2 shooters. Right. I got a slasher. I got a dunker. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm just thinking, how can I maximize what I've got here?
Right.
And I think also the pace has got to change.
The pace? Well, you think they're going to have to slow it down
Yes.
now? Wow, but that's not the way they play. And they're a smaller team. And when you're a smaller team, you got to play faster. When you're a smaller team and you're trying to play that slow pace against bigs, that's where you're going to get beat up. That's their advantage of being small. Is you got to play fast.
So now let's say you don't start CP3. Now you're going Podzeimski at point?
I don't know what you do.
Lester Quinones?
I don't know what you do. I mean, it's not easy replacing Stephen Curry.
No, it's an impossible
You're probably
task.
going to tell Chris Paul he's going to start.
Yes.
He's probably going to start.
I'm just trying to come up with process of elimination.
But it's going to be a Phil thing. But the one thing you cannot do if you're playing small, which the Warriors are, you cannot slow down the pace. That's their advantage.
But that's
They've got to keep playing fast, and that's dangerous for Chris Paul. I get it.
That's what I'm saying.
I
You're
get it.
flirting
He's
with danger.
healthy. You are flirting with danger, but this is where we're at with 20 games left. You cannot slow the pace down if you're playing small. Just can't. Oh, man. What the hell happened in 24 hours? What's going on?